Greetings, sir and sirs, and welcome to Robocraft with me, Lathrix. Now, today is going to be a very different episode to usual, because we probably won't be able to get into a game. The servers are currently down for maintenance for the third time, I think, today, and everyone has got free premium. Yes, I do have premium now, look, 3 days of it, in fact. If you want your free premium, go into the Steam page, and I think there's a link. I think if you go on the Steam app, you know, to turn on Robocraft, there's a little link there with the actual thing, and you actually get pop-ups in the game. So yeah, that's on the 18th of, well yeah, on the 18th. So what are we doing today then, Lathrix? We can't actually play a game. Well, we're going to design. So instead, we have not done enough designing. And, by the way, I've read your comments, I've read how you felt, and it's about a 50-50 split on the pill versus the wonderful Tonk, but I think I'm going to go with the pill then, as it seems to have more favourable reviews, plus it feels a bit less cheap, you know? But today we're going to be working on the Scorpy, because I no longer want it to be a Scorpy. I've had a bit of a brain fart, an idea, I don't know, just one of those moments when you just want to do something different. In fact, I think it's because I saw it happen to someone else. In a game, an enemy almost killed me and jumped away on their jumper. So that's nothing special, the walkers can jump. What's special about that, Lathrix? The thing flew. Not with wings, with thrusters. It didn't really fly, but the jump was for miles and eventually landing. I want to go one better. I want to make a gliding spider. Or scorpion in this case. I don't mind keeping it as a scorpion right now because I don't really have the blocks, or at least the RP anyway right now, to make more legs. If needs be, I will sell stuff away. I've got so much stuff spare right now, it's not too much an issue if you run out of RP. Plus we do have galaxy credits, but as I said before, I don't really like using them. As you can see, boss battles still down, and servers are down, so I think for now we'll try and leave it as is best we can, but work with there. So what do we need then? I've already started a little bit before I decided to record by simply putting some thrusters here. That's just so when we jump, I can angle myself upwards. So at very least, I can kind of self-right because this tends to tip forward despite having the tail. So there's a little thing. We do have two kinds of flyers. What I'm thinking is the small rudders and putting them on the back side. So if we put them there and there, which is very high, but then I had two to compensate, so if I can, yeah, there and there, it's actually perfect. I didn't think it would fit, I thought I was going to be doing a lot of destroying. That will probably cause us to be able to lift the back end, again, which is fine, because we can lift the front end via thrusters. Now, when we do jump, sometimes we have a lot of thrust, sometimes we have no thrust whatsoever, so I'm thinking thrusters. We shove thrusters on the arse of this creature, just to give it enough so that the floating might be a little bit more than expected. Now, my long-term design is to remove the tail. I'm not happy with being a scorpion. There's too many of them around, first off, but second of all, I don't really like the design all too much. When I first saw the robot you can buy, which is this lovely chap as soon as it loads, oh yes, this is going to happen a lot, connecting to server, because the servers are in this weird half-maintenance phase currently, which basically allows you to build and go in practice mode, but do nothing else. As much as I loved this when I first saw it, the more I've looked at it, the less I've liked it. So now I'm thinking of getting rid of this tail, although I do think I've done quite a nice job on this, for me anyway, not a nice job overall, but in my experience. So, can we put this in here? Yes, will that actually work? I don't know. I'm also thinking about putting thrusters on the sides so that when we jump, the problem is if I put thrusters on the sides, then this going up and down will no longer function. So I'd need more wings, which I do have, but these are quite big. I thought I could fit them, but only sideways, the wrong side. What if I'd done that? Would that be pushing my luck though? I think it probably would. Yes, it still clips the front leg, which is very interesting. Let's see if we put it here. Would it still clip the front leg? No, but it now clip the middle leg, so we'd have to move the leg forward, which is a major renovation. Which I could actually do, though, because I could just, for now, make it ugly. If I just did this, deleted that, put this here, then that there. Because this is more of a experimental phase, a testing phase, if you will, so being ugly as sin isn't too much of a concern. Right, we've run out of pink blocks. Of course we did. No blue blocks? Of course not. I have actually unlocked the yellow cubes, but I'm never going to use them, so expensive they are right now. Can't wait until we can get back in the game, and I can use my premium. Oh, now we're clipping the turret as well, which again could be moved forward, so if I delete those two. Again, this is more for testing. We can always put them back later in better places. As I did say, I do want to do a major renovation eventually. So let's see. I was thinking about then. Not enough CPU, only by a bit though. What can I get rid of? Let's get rid of that gun just for now, so put it on the front. Again, major renovation. I think the tail is not going to be there forever. This is going to be very odd. Very odd indeed. So let's BP and let's see if no, it doesn't go straight in. Let's see if it will go in eventually. Come on, you can do it, little game. I can't even turn on my camera, which is really weird when you're in the build mode. Okay then. This is good. Back in a second when it decides to finally let me in. It did this earlier. It does eventually let you in. So back in a second. Well, never mind then, apparently it's not going to be back. As soon as I tried to do the practice mode, the maintenance thing's coming back. So, yeah, I'll have to finish this episode at the end of the day. So, please forgive me in the next clip, which will, for you, be about 5 seconds. For me, about 2 to 4 hours, because I have to go out soon. If I forgot half the things we're doing. Back in a second, Sir and Sirettes. And welcome back, Sir and Sirettes. That was 5 seconds for you and 4 hours for me. They finally put the servers back. I have actually recorded a little segment which I have deleted instantly because the server instability was so great, it was running at about 10 FPS. So I decided even my channel could not have that poor quality. So, during the little thing you missed, I was messing around with the wings, and this is the final configuration we're going to run with today. Apparently, the servers are back up, so we're actually going to have a game. Yeah, also I've realised that I'm slowly turning into a dragonfly, so I might actually embrace that and take away the back wing, make it a flat wing, maybe with plasmas on. I think this would actually work as a plasma bomber. So Lathrix, how does this work? Does it work okay? Yes, it does. It can actually... Oh god. I forgot it does that. Yeah, you need to make sure that all the legs let go, but it can actually fly from a standing start. Not particularly well, because I have no spare thrusters. If I had a couple more thrusters, this would work pretty darn well, but it can actually fly indefinitely. If you've got enough skill to fly it. It's not the most wieldy of beasts, so I certainly am not very good. But it can do what you think it will do. It will climb very slowly, and that's not really its intent anyway. I want this just for very long jumps and gliding. It does that very well. Oh, I was hoping I could land on it from there, but oh well. It does a lot better when you've just jumped off something, so let's just give you a quick demonstration. Then we're going to jump into a game with the dragonfly, or the dragoscorp. The dragoscorp! Okay, there we go. So you start off at large height, and you could potentially land anywhere you wanted, which is kind of the point. I'm not going to be fighting in the air with this thing. Perhaps some dogfighting if I can, but ultimately... probably want to stay on the floor. This winged insect is a praying mantis more so than a I don't know what's a very dangerous flying predator insect. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, it's terrible. There we go. And we're down. Wow, I need some practice. So let's go do that. Back in a second, Sir and Sirettes, where I found a game. And we're back. Welcome to my favourite map. That's very, very nice of them to let us test on here. You may notice a few things have changed my robot. First of all, I have an alignment rectifier for the first time ever on this robot, and I really need it. Second of all, yes, healing lasers. Absolutely wonderful. And I've just realised something when I started the game. I didn't think of this, and I really should have. Everyone is premium because of the premium bonus, meaning we're getting a... By the way, my thrusters aren't on, that's why I'm not moving very quickly. I don't want to go too far ahead. Everyone's premium trees. I'm actually getting a 210% bonus in this match. So yeah, I'm going to stick with this guy. And if he gets hit, which he probably will, because he's probably very angry at the SMG. Oh. Also, he's lagging, it's not us. There we go, we can start healing him. And the reason why I've turned to healing is because I actually have higher tier healing weapons compared with every other weapon I own. So I want to actually do well in this tier because I'm not particularly well geared. That lag is making him very hard to hit. Also, we have another friend in the corner. Okay, doing my job well, giving his guns back. Sadly, couldn't fit 6 healing beams on, because if I did, I would have ended up with too much CPU, and I've had to sacrifice my legs, which I already have too few of. Where do those shots come from? Okay, he's full health. I'll probably stay near him, because he does seem like he's attracting a lot of attention. I've also figured out what I am going to use the wings for. Short distance travel, just for very short distances that need me to get there fast. Oh dear. Our friend there seems to be in trouble. I can't climb, I can't simply fly up there, but I can climb. Who's attacking him? Oh, it's a bomber, okay, that's not good for me. However, if I can get a few shots off on him... Aha! The auto-fire doesn't work anymore on a really weird side note, it's bizarre. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna fly. Probably flying is probably the better idea right now. It's really weird that... And I'm dead. Yeah, the auto thing is very much not targeting the right place. Ooh, he has very pretty armour. He's very small as well. Oh, he's got very high tier weaponry. Explains how he cut through me in one shot. I think I demand a second match. And we are back on the cursed map. Yes, it's been far too long since we've been here. So let's get going then. One thing I have to say right now is I think after this match, or at least by the next episode, a little bit of redesigning for shields is needed. It really is. Yeah, as much as I don't like them as a preference for terms of looks, they can look very good. I mean, that's a very cool looking robot. I just don't like them, personally. But it does seem not mandatory, but certainly would help me out a lot, because I am quite fragile. I don't have high tier armor. I'm very easy to take out. Plus, I like the whole fragile looking kind of thin robot. Completely forgot I could fly then for a second. Aha, enemies. We need enemies. I'm just going to walk over because I don't want to risk being seen. Yes, the heal auto aim is currently bugged, apparently. It will sometimes work, sometimes won't. I looked up on the forums. I've also made a few changes to the robot. You may have noticed I've added an extra thruster and I have lost my middle 2 legs. Yes, indeed. And added more healing beams. I can actually heal people now. It's wonderful. I hear it's a good thing for healers. You know, to be able to heal. Okay, that's doing better. That's doing much better. Again, the auto aim is not letting me auto aim at anyone. Okay, now it is. Haha! Fix one thing, break a million. Well done, Robocraft. Love you to bits. Really, they are, to be perfectly honest, a great company. If you look at any of the insider stuff, they seem to be really damn nice, but God, they can't patch a game. Okay, what we're doing? Okay, I'll go forward. Oh dear, enemies. Might be better if I flew, just because it would be harder for them to see me. Oh yeah, in the last match, I did exceedingly poorly. I think you can agree, and yet I managed to get 8,000 RP for that match. 0 kills, a little bit of healing. Okay, let's fly ahead. Getting a bit bored of walking. When we can fly, I definitely need more thrusters on the front. Also need to lose this tail desperately. Oh hello, you're over. Where are you? I can't see him. Oh, he's there. Okay. I might go and wander over there and see if I can pick at him a little bit. So he can fly. Oh, he's moving. I still see him there. Let's see if we can't mosey on over. Because we can fly, just not particularly high. We can't climb very well. Let's just say hello, sir. No, don't flip, don't flip, don't flip, don't flip, not now. And I'm going to die horribly. Trying to aim his weapons. Manual fire is awesome. We both flipped over. Get his weapon. Wow, wow. I can't do damage at all, and that was abysmal. Okay, lesson learned. Having mostly tier 6 disruptors. How did I earn less for that match regardless? Having only 3 tier 6, 3 tier 7 disruptors. Not the best in tier 7, must be said, because I think it's just tier 7 that's unlocked, isn't it? Yeah, because that's tier 8, needs tier 8. Oh well, I'll get some more practice in and I'll come back fighting. Plus we're getting so much RP, I can afford a redesign very, very soon. Hope you've enjoyed regardless, even with my abysmal performance. I'm out of time today, sadly. Thank you for watching, Cernswet. Hope to see you next time. Comments and likes are very, very welcome. I'm still in the process of choosing series to keep and series to scrap. So if you do like it, be vocal, be aggressive. Hit the like button. Have a nice day.